Welcome back. There are now less than 50 days until Election Day, when the nation will decide who the next president will be.
But what are the key deadlines you need to know for the election to make sure your voice is heard?
For that, we go to CBS News Detroit's Jordan Burroughs, live on your block in Detroit on this National Voters Registration Day. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning, Chris and Sandra. More than 8.4 million registered voters in Michigan thus far, and that's up-to-date information day by day, according to the Michigan Voter Information Center. More than 1 million registered voters in both Oakland and in Wayne counties. Here are the key dates that people need to be made aware of when it comes to voting around the state of Michigan. First of all, to register to vote, you can do it up until Election Day. That's November 5th, depending on what time that polling location closes. Most places will close at 8 p.m. on November 5th. You can also do this online by October 21st, or you can do it by mail. Register to vote by mail and make sure it's postmarked no later than October 21st. As far as absentee ballots are concerned, you can request one by November 1st by the end of day at 5 p.m. Make sure you return it by mail by November 5th at 8 p.m. And the same goes returning it in person. Make sure you do that by November 5th at 8 p.m. too. Make sure when it comes down to November 5th too, I know we're just still less than 50 days out. Each polling location will have different hours between what time it opens and what time polling locations close. Also, remember that this week, campaigns are taking place along the state of Michigan between J.D. Vance and former President Donald Trump, and also Kamala Harris. Harris being here on Thursday, Trump and Vance here today in Michigan. Reporting live in Detroit, Jordan Burroughs, CBS News, Detroit.
Thank you, Jordan. There are many events happening today to encourage people to register to vote ahead of November's election. One that is incredibly fitting for Detroit, combining music and civic engagement. It's called Vote or Else. I'm joined by two organizers at the town hall, Pastor Mike McBride and Chanel D. Thanks a lot for being here today. Really appreciate it.
Oh, wow. Thanks for having us.
All right. So, Pastor Mike, first off, give us an overview of the whole event.
Well, Vote or Else is a dope collaboration between artists, activists, faith leaders, folks from all across not just the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, but the whole country. We realize that we must get folks not only registered, but make sure they understand their status, understand just the whole plan it takes to get to the polls between now and Election Day. And so we're super excited to be spreading out across the city, canvassing, showing up for town halls. It's going to be a super amazing day all day long.
Yeah, I mean, the name itself, Chanel, Vote or Else. That sounds like something, you know, one of your parents would tell you, or else. Why have you chosen that name? Is it because it's so important to get people involved in this?
It's extremely important to get people involved in this, and it's just the tone of what we are what we are facing right now. Vote or else. Make a decision or else. It's just like you have to make a decision at this point.
And now, what age groups are you targeting with this? I mean, there's going to be entertainment. Is it mainly, you know, people in their 20s, or is kind of everybody invited to come on down?
No, it's a family-friendly event. We want all ages to come. Like we said, we have folks who are part of the hip-hop community that range from their late teens all the way up into their 50s.
Yeah, you can say it.
60s.
Right.
Yeah, so everybody can come out. But what we really want folks to appreciate, when we hit the neighborhoods, we're literally trying to touch everyone who is within our purview. We know that this election will be decided literally on the margins. We know that it is a turnout game at this point. We know that in the last primary election here in Detroit, only 14% of registered voters turned out to vote. And so all the age groups, teens, young people, young adults, seniors, we want to make sure everybody is clear about what is at stake and why we need them to turn out to vote.
Yeah, 14% is an incredibly low number. You want to improve on that, definitely. Chanel, talk a little bit about the town hall and the debate part of this that's happening a little later on.
Yes, so we're hosting 2 panels during the town hall, and then we'll go into a first-of-its-kind artist debate. And this was derived from an idea or a thought process that Iceberg Bezos working on directly, and we decided to bring it into this as an opening where there will be artists, activists, influencers having a real debate amongst each other, a friendly debate, and showing how you can have questions, you can have indifferences, and still walk away respecting one another. And then we also have some surprise performances from some of the top artists in the city and the top artists in the country.
That's always what people like. You know, top artists and surprises.
We got some space for you if you want to come
Space
and
for
do
me
your-
as well. Excellent. Man, even me. This is an incredible event. You know, Pastor Mike, talk about why it's so hard. I mean, every 4 years we go through this with the election, trying to get people to vote. Why is it so hard to get people just to vote? Why is it so hard to get that message that every 4 years, just go out and vote?
Well, what we know in this country that the greatest segment of voters are non-voters. And it's usually a challenge to figure out how do we navigate not only the process, but the barriers, both structural and personal, that keep folks from getting to the polls. We found that you have to touch voters almost 5, 6, 7 times just for them to kind of know the process, because sometimes things change. Polling places change. People's voter registrations are getting purged from the roll. So there's lots of barriers. But what we do know is voting is every citizen's right. It is our civic participation. It's the way that we steward and shape democracy. And so, yes, there's barriers. There's always been barriers since the country's inception for folks to vote. But every single day we wake up to try to make this country live up to its ideals and to what's written on paper. This is one way we do it. If voting was not important, people wouldn't be trying to take it away from us. So Michigan has amazing now new early voting laws. All kinds of ways you can get a voter absentee ballot early. You can show up early, like I think 14 days before Election Day. So there's all kind of things that have made it easier. We just got to get the word out.
All right, Chanel, if people want to get to the event, I was going to say, give them the details.
I'm going to give them the details, but it's not just about every 4 years. We also have local elections, and that's very huge in Detroit. And that's another initiative we want to push and educate our citizens on. Is we have presidential and we have local elections.
Down the ballot, yeah.
Absolutely. The event today, you can register early from 12 to 4 p.m. right at Huntington Place. Again, it is free as long as you register with us, or at least come in and get educated on the knowledge of registering to vote overall. The doors open officially at 5 p.m. Programming starts at 6:30, and again, we have panels and live performances.
VoteOrElse.com. Go
Yes.
check it out.
I like
That's
it.
where you get all the
Nice
information.
and simple message.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Vote or else.
Yes, we're mobilizing
.com.
justice.
Yeah.
Mobilize justice with this.
Chanel, Pastor Mike, thanks a lot for coming by and talking all about this.